So, guys, especially my fellow Canadians, this is for you. This is for my fellow Canadians. So, in light of Trump and his impending tariffs to levy on Canada and Mexico, us Canadians, we're fighters, so we're fighting back. And a part of us fighting back is that we're boycotting a lot of American made products. The government, they will be, putting counter tariffs on certain items. But us as consumers, we are doing our part to save our country. And we have some unique innovators in Canada, and they have come up with ways to make our shopping process a lot easier in terms of identifying and buying Canadian made products. So there are 5 apps that were created to help Canadian consumers in identifying Canadian made products. So the first app that I'm going to tell you about was created by a Calgary, Alberta mother and son team who created this app. So the designers are Kathy Kekora and Ryan Kekora. And their app is called OS Canada. And this was created and released. Well, this was released on the Apple Store on February 3rd to help shoppers identify products that are or are not Canadian made. So it goes to say that with this app, shoppers can search for products in 2 ways, either by typing the name into the search bar or scanning with a barcode. And the app will then tell the shoppers who makes the product, where it is made, and where it is sold. So this app is also essentially, you get the info from the scan barcode and it will give you a result that will tell you if the product is Canadian. If the product is not made in Canada and the shopper, wants to only buy Canadian, the app will provide a list of alternatives. Now, how amazing is this? So, for example, if they wanted to buy Pringles potato chips, which are produced by American company, right? It will suggest Canadian brands such as Old Dutch or Humpty Dumpty. So it will give you the Canadian alternative for the American product. And these brands will provide a range of snack options, which is a Humpty Dumpty and Old Dutch. They provide a range of snack options that supports our Canadian economy. So the mom and son, they will say that they hope to add more items in future updates and plan to push for more local brands and retailers. There is only one drawback though. The OS Canada app is currently only available on the App Store, but they have advised that an Android version is on the way. Awesome job. The second app is called CanMade, and this app was created by a Brandon, Manitoba resident by the name of Hashim Farouk, and he created the app to help people determine whether the food product is made in Canada. So Farouk, who has been building apps since he was in grade 9, launched the CanMade app earlier in the month, which is February, and so far has gained more than 20,000 followers. And he has some tweaks to be added, so which he wants to get it out as quickly as possible. So his new deadline is set for somewhere in early March. So with the CanMade app, shoppers can scan the barcode of the item. The app will then check with 3 different kinds of databases to decipher where the product was made. It also includes a feature that will tell the users what percentage of their grocery list that is Canadian made. And according to Farouk, he said it just makes you more conscious of what you're buying and where what you're buying is coming from, which basically makes us more aware of our purchases, right? So he has gotten a lot of good feedback, and he's been quoted as saying a lot of just people congratulating him and a lot of people just supporting the cause, and they were saying, this is something that should be out there and that people should be using on a daily basis, especially on grocery trips. However, this app right now can only be found on the App Store. So it doesn't say whether the app will be available on Android, but I'm sure, chances are he will be making updates or upgrades so that it will be available on Android phones as well. But for now, the CanMade app can only be found for free on the App Store. The third app to help Canadians buy Canadian products, especially grocery, is the MapleScan app. And this app was developed by Sasha Ivanov, who is a mobile app developer in Calgary, Alberta. So the app is designed to help make buying Canadian easier for people, especially at the grocery store. So with this app, after you have downloaded the app, users can take a picture of the product in question. With the use of the artificial intelligence in the app, the MapleScan will indicate whether the product is Canadian made, while also providing historical context about the company within seconds. So it won't just give you it's not just a yes or no question, it's providing that context of what is the background of the company and their ties to Canada. This is according to the web developer. So they said that they think that people will love the ability to just take the photo and get more information about the product and the company. And in truth, some persons, would really like to, read up on some companies, especially say if it's a new company that was formed or, just general background of the company. Although there have been some hesitation with this app. So it may be a bit concerning because some experts have said that, it's and I guess they have some reservations in the detailed information that the app will give. But, they have also said that, it's an example of how it can be used positively. So we won't look at the negative aspect of it, although I think in the future they would want to look at more deeply into the app creation and make sure that it won't go too much into organization privacy and won't divulge sensitive information. All right, so that is the MapleScan app, and I'm right. So that is info on the MapleScan app. So the next app is the Buy Beaver app. And this app was created by Alexandre Hamila and Christopher Dip. So the reason they created the app, they were saying that after a user scans the barcode of the product, the Beaver app rates how Canadian the product is on a scale of 1 to 5 based on several criteria, namely where it's made, where the ingredients or materials are from, and who owns the brand. So now this is going, to a different level. So according to Christopher Dip, one of the co-creators, right now the app everything is really community driven. So it says if you can scan a product and it says it's not rated yet, then you are able to rate it and give your own info. And as more people vote, they expect that the scores to get more and more accurate. So their thought, they said their wildest dream was to keep a few $100s in Canada, but the app has since blown up and now relies on crowdsourced information. It searches through the database of company registered product codes and then shows the user whether the brand that made the product is registered in Canada, the US, or elsewhere. And they have said that, there are still a few kinks to work out, especially as high traffic leads to technical difficulties. So that is another app to look for, which is the Beaver app. And the final app to use, this one is called the Shop Canadian app, and it's available for free download on the App Store. And this app helps, Canadian shoppers to identify and buy their Canadian products. And this is what we're dealing with on this episode, the apps that will help Canadians purchase Canadian products. So how this app works is that you're going to scan the barcode on the app and you're going to get the information about the company and the location of the product. And you're also going to find out if the product is made in Canada, and you can also get suggestions for Canadian brands. So if you scan that item and it's not a Canadian item, with the Shop Canadian app, it will give you options for Canadian brands. So, these are 5 good apps to look out for, guys. And, buy Canadian because, the US is trying to, cramp us, and with this tariff war and trying to damage our economy. So most we can do to try and save our economy, save our country, is buy Canadian. So use up these apps, guys, to make better choices for us. Catch you on the next video.